We welcome Oregon head coach Dana Altman and student athlete Tyler Dorsey. Coach, go ahead with an opening statement and we'll open it up to questions.
Well, our guys have worked pretty hard first 10 practices that we've had. I like their effort. I like the group that we have this year. We're a little bit deeper, a little bit more experienced than we've been in the previous couple of seasons. So a lot of expectations for our guys, which is great. And hope our guys can continue to work hard and play unselfishly and have a great season.
All right, we'll open it up for questions.
I'll ask one.
Go Shireen here in front left.
Hi guys. I was wondering, being ranked high on the Pac-12 and being selected #1, how you're going to keep, everybody's going to go hard at you this season, right? This is something that happens to the highest ranked team. How do you keep level-headed and keep your head in the game and not let the ranking affect your team?
Well, I feel like we have to come in and focus on the little details every day and taking one game at a time, not looking forward to the games previously. So we have to take one game at a time, be mentally prepared, focus on the opponent we're going to play that night, and just come and prepare. We're going to have the target on our back, so we have to be ready.
It is a different position for our team to be in. I think it's something that our guys will have to learn to adjust, you know, how hard people are going to come after them, not only within the league, but the projections on a national scale. You know, we'll have our non-conference opponents fired up to play against us. So, you know, it'll be an adjustment our team will have to make. I'm interested to see how they'll handle it, you know, because the demands and the preparation will have to be different. You know, we've always kind of come from the back of the pack, and this year the expectations are higher. So it'll be interesting to see how our group handles it, but hopefully they'll work very hard. They'll be unselfish, play as a team. I like our depth. So those are the kind of things that I think can help you meet expectations, because even if one or two players is off, I think we have other players that have the ability to step up.
We'll go to Kevin on the right in the third row.
Kevin Dan at Pac-12.com. Tyler, I was wondering, you know, with the Olympics happening this past summer and your experience with the Greek, playing with the Greek national team system at least, how much that has kind of piqued your interest for perhaps playing in the Olympics in 2020 with Greece, or whether it might be USA or whatever?
Definitely, that's a great opportunity. I love my experiences when I went down to Greece, and like you said, the 2020 Olympics, if I get invited to the training camp again and be able to play on that team, and it'll be a wonderful honor to do so.
Another question here on the left in the second row.
There's so much player movement in college basketball. You guys have been through that. How rare is it to have so many guys coming back, and what kind of advantage does that give you to have that continuity?
Well, the landscape of college basketball has changed. There's no doubt about it. With the transfers, the one and dones, you know, we're in a unique period with college basketball, and the changeover in roster is something that a lot of programs are dealing with. We've had our share of turnover the last 6 years. We've been fortunate to maintain throughout that. So it is kind of nice to have a group back that's been with us. You know, Tyler and Dylan Brooks has been with us 2 years, Casey 2 years, Jordan 2 years. We've got a lot of guys back, and you know, that's good for us if we use it. I think after talent, experience is the second biggest variable or ingredient how successful a team can be. So I think we are talented, and I think our experience will be a benefit.
Go to Bruce on the far right, second row.
Hey Coach, I just wanted the latest on Dylan Brooks, and if he's limited or out early, how does that affect you guys?
Well, he's on schedule. The doctors will let us know when he's available to go, and you know, he's chomping at the bit. He's ready to go. If it were up to him, he'd be practicing right now. But we will listen to the doctors. If he's not available early, it will be difficult for our team because we have a very challenging November. We have to go to Baylor for our second game. We have Velpo coming in right on the heels of that, and then we take off for Maui and play an experienced Georgetown team in the first round, and if we're fortunate enough to win that, play either Wisconsin or Tennessee the next night. So we have a number of very difficult ball games in November, probably by far the toughest November we've had in the 7 years I've been at Oregon. So if we're without Dylan, the other guys are going to have to step up. Last year we were very fortunate. Casey Benson really stepped up, as did Tyler when Dylan Ennis went down with his injury. We were a little shorthanded at the guard spots for ball handlers, and I thought both those guys did an exceptional job of stepping up. And if Dylan Brooks isn't able to go, then we'll play probably a 3-guard front and be a little bit smaller than we would without Dylan. But I think our guys, will look at that as a challenge. You know, we've got good depth at the guard spots, and I think those guys will look at that as a challenge to pick up the areas that Dylan, would generally do. He's a good rebounder. He's a good passer. He led us in assists last year. So there'd be a lot of opportunities for those guards to step up.
We have time for one more. On the left in the third row.
Hey, Coach, so you mentioned the depth of the team. You have good freshmen coming in. You've got JUCOs coming in. You've got Dylan Ennis coming in, like you said, the whole core from last year. So how do you plan on managing that rotation, especially with the difficult non-conference schedule early, like you talked about?
Well, that'll be up to our players. A lot of that'll be determined in practice. But part of our success the last few years has been the unselfishness of our team. Last year, Dwayne Benjamin, willing to come off the bench and thriving in that role. Jordan Bell, when he did come back after missing the first 10 games, coming off the bench, and as he was a starter as a freshman, but came off the bench as a sophomore. So the guys' willingness to be part of a team and give up part of their game so that the team can be better. Everybody was unselfish. Casey was a pass-first mentality all year. He gave up a lot of shots to make sure Tyler and some of the other guys got shots. And so we're going to ask each one of the guys on the team to give up a little bit of their individual game for the good of the team. And how they respond to that will go a long way in telling us how far we go. Because, the previous years, the guys have done a good job of that. Because of that, we've had a little success. And if we want to be successful this year, it'll be because the guys determined that having success as a team is a lot more important to them than being individually successful. We got a team game. There's no individual entries in the NCAA tournament or anything else. So we have to play as a team.
Okay, that's all we have time for. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.